What is going on out there, peeps? All right, so yeah, I've been chatting with you guys a lot about what's going on with the Iraqi dinar. There's there's a lot of chitter chatter going on. I've been trying to talk to a friend of mine. I don't get a chance to talk to him that often. I'm a person who's into geopolitics big time. He is. This is his third administration in which he's worked for the State Department in one form or another. Anyways, when I had a quick chance to chat with him about what's going on, because, again, I say this all the time, I really do care about what's going on in the Middle East. And I said, I know there was a lot of concern about, the who is going to be president at the time. And I said, are they feeling, how they still feeling over there? He said, again, they're moving forward. It's interesting to hear him say this. Trump made sure that everybody continues to act and move forward as if he won his second term, which I think is very interesting. It gave me a lot of hope, of course, as a person, a Trump supporter. Whatever it is that Trump has up his sleeve, apparently it is still in the works. So despite what other people might think, Trump is trying to make sure that the Arab nations over there are they're feeling more comfortable. There's been a lot of apprehension about a Biden administration, and I'm going to show you why here, because one of these articles covers it, why they're concerned. I'm going to show you, because this is what I'm talking about. Certain groups of people around the world are starting to feel real emboldened. China is one of them, but we'll keep getting into that here in just a second. Just a reminder, everybody, if you're thinking about buying precious metals, give a consideration to our friends over there at Money Metals Exchange. The link is down below in the description. If you are a first-time buyer and you spend more than $100 on precious metals here in the United States or in Puerto Rico, use promo code Pimpy, P-I-M-P-Y, and you will get a free half ounce of silver. So for the return buyers, just their way of saying thank you to our subscribers. Between now and it's been changed. I'm going to change this. Between now and the end of December, if you spend more than $200 on precious metals, use promo code PEEPS, and it will give you $10 back. Just their way of saying thank you. You guys know I'm back in Facebook, so I'm really thrilled about that. You guys, so come join me over there. I have my group, the Pimpy's Investment Chat, and it's almost up to 23,000 people. I'm really happy about being back in there. But again, I want to stress a couple of things when it comes to I have two YouTube channels. I've had them for quite a while. So I have the hidden things in front of your eyes, you guys. And over there, I will be posting those things that people consider current events, news, things like that. I'm trying to separate them from the Pimpy's Investment Chat a little bit. But some things I can keep on Pimpy's Investment Chat, other things I cannot. So I really want to encourage you guys to come join me over here on the hidden things in front of your eyes. So I'm going to be stepping it back up again on my videos. I've been trying to do too many things at one time, and it was kind of stressing me out a little bit. For those of you know, I have my studio being built on my property, and so I'm making sure that the computer that I'm getting is the right thing to get, making sure that I get the right microphone, everything. It's crazy because before I never had to worry about that or even think about it, but now it's different. I want to make sure that these things are done a lot more professionally. As you guys know, I'm also having a website built. So the hidden things in front of your eyes, I have there. Also, we're supposed to be getting together here and doing some different videos on the Collective Super channel. You guys, all these links are in the description. Come join us here, okay? So as far as the Iraqi news, I mean, I've been monitoring it, and I know there's some questions about some articles that came up that people had. Right now, we seem to be in the same holding pattern where we need the agreements between Kurdistan and Erbil to be done. They were supposed to be done. Now it looks like Kurdistan's saying that they're going to go ahead. Here's the thing that gets me. That they're going to go ahead and send all the revenues from the oils and everything else to Baghdad. And I'm thinking, well, wait a minute. Aren't you waiting for Baghdad to send you money to pay your salaries? Why wouldn't you just take it out of that money? I guess there's a weird way and things must get done there. But nonetheless, look at Kurdistan to pay employee salaries next Wednesday. Congratulations, those salaries are for the month of October. Yeah. Also, I noticed they break them up into sectors. So it says, according to the ministry schedule, the employees worked in the Ministry of Electricity, Agriculture and Water Resources, Culture and Youth, construction and housing, these people are getting ready to get paid for their month of, October. All right. Under the Constitution, the Kurdish region is entitled to its share of the Iraq national budget, but their arrangement collapsed in 2015 when the Iraq army fled the north in the face of the advancement of ISIS, which wasn't good. That was kind of cowardly. But they're going back and forth on here. Things seem to be getting right where they want them to be. So the agreement is 250,000 barrels per day are supposed to be sent to Baghdad, and then the salaries are supposed to be sent over there, plus the splitting of dues and fees and the whole 9 yards. So this is a lot of these articles. That's what they've been. I've been paying attention to them. Al-Abbasi directed to set dates for the questioning of the Minister of Finance, the Governor of Central Bank, and the head of communications commissions. And this has to do with you guys remember this, there was a problem going on with the currency auctions at Baghdad. So they want to sit and question these people about what the heck's been going on, what has changed since the issues brought up, where they at, who was responsible for any criminality. You can see down here, it says in a statement by the judiciary media, stated that the investigation courts competent to combat money laundering and economic crimes has responded to the central bank's request and begun conducting investigations with documents submitted by the participating banks in the foreign currency sales and purchasing windows to verify their validity in compliance with the law. So again, this is good. We know this. A lot of the international community did not want to do business with Iraq because of all the crimes, especially when it comes to funding terrorist groups, laundering money, the whole 9 yards. So again, they're starting to lay this smackdown on people after investigating that need to either be investigated more or definitely brought up on charges, but to also prove, most of all, that this isn't the same anymore, that they're definitely back on track. These things are being handled. Okay, so we know there's going to be back and forth between what needs to be done on a 2021 budget. So I'm going to skip ahead to some of these because most of this is stuff we already know that they've been talking about. So the session happened, 5 things are passed. So the first thing was the approval of the contract renewal for drilling of 3 wells in different fields. So that's good for more oil. Of course, they're relying too much on it, but I get you can never have enough. I told you guys, I'm waiting for the announcement. There is an oil field or an oil discovery that is going to make Iraq the largest oil provider. This is the second thing that was approved was the implementation of the new contracts for provisions of well drilling and exploring. Good. The third thing was granting the Iraq Media Network the authority to directly implement the interaction screen project, relying on ingenuity of staff working, plus the Ministry of Planning amending the direct implementation instructions. So this is for their media. They need to update their stuff. They need to get into where we are now, man. Get updated. The fourth thing was the approval of reducing the wages. So when they say wages, I think a lot of times they're talking about fees. So for the wages of the bridge scales operating at the border crossings, from 10,000 dinars back down to 5,000 dinars. And then the fifth is the Ministry of Finance amends the budgets of the Media and Communications Commission by allocating more than its 12,500,000,000 dinars to help them get all their things upgraded. Is pretty much the sixth thing was amending the customs fee imposed by the hybrid vehicles according to the mechanism stipulated in the article. Seventh was approving the authorization of the Ministry of Planning the power to negotiate and sign a draft agreement to avoid double taxations and prevent evasions from paying taxes on incomes and capital. So all these things are good steps. This is good. Al-Kadhimi, I got to say again, we haven't heard a whole lot about him. He's just been in there grinding away when it comes to the government. I remember he was on a huge swing of getting a lot of memorandums of understanding, and it looks like Iraq is really set to really just take off. We need to get this budget going. So right here you see Talibani saying we are ready to hand over all the regional revenues to the federal government. Again, when I read this, I was like, wait, I don't get this, because, you're waiting for Baghdad to pay the salaries, but you're turning over money, for the oil. Okay, call me crazy, but nonetheless, that's what this discussion is. As usual, I'll leave the link if you want to go read these in details, but I'm just trying to get to the goodies, all right? So this is their. I told you this is going to be happening, and that is as Al Rashid Bank grants special interest for fixed deposits. You're going to start seeing special offers from banks. They're going to start, you know, doing whatever they can to get people into the banks. In this case, what they're saying is they're going to offer that if you come in and deposit your money, you're going to have a 7% interest that you draw on it for fixed deposits. In other words, they got to stay there for a little while per year. So your money can earn money. There is a huge problem with banks and a huge problem with trust, rightfully so. You can see here it says the governmental bank seeks to invest the hoarded money with citizens, which, according to the central banks, is estimated at more than 77% of the money circulating in the market. So, 77% of the money is sitting in like mattresses around Iraq. And the money coming back to the bank will really help the Iraqi economy. But to be quite honest, there's a lot of reasons why Iraqi citizens are concerned about banks. Having ISIS come back in for whatever reason, they just took the Iraqi people's money. So survival is bad enough as it is. The fact that they don't get paid regularly, that's the government anyways. And, it's just, add in all the other fun-loving stuff. There's reason why they're concerned. So look at the Council of Ministries votes on the 2021 budget. We'll hear more about that a little bit later. Maliki affirms his solidarity with the Kurdish demands and calls on the implementation of the constitution without selectivity, which is rightfully done. In other words, don't cherry pick. So here it is. The central bank sets special controls for money exchange companies in the Kurdistan region. This is one of the things you guys brought up, but this is just about the money exchange windows, exchanging one kind of currency for another. This has nothing to do with the exchange rate of the dinar. A lot of people were getting us a little confused. All right. So this is right here. It says companies wishing to register as a category A must have capital of no less than 5 billion dinars, while the companies in category B will, all they're saying is, look, if you're going to do this and handle the exchange, you got to have the money in advance to be one of these licensed people. So this, guys, again, this is just saying they're noting that there's a decline, okay, in the Iraqi currency. This is based on the stock exchange. This isn't the official rate at the moment. This is based on trade. So what are we seeing? The rapid decline of the Iraqi currency. That's 132,000 for every 100. Basically, what that means is for every $1, you can now get 1,320 Iraqi dinars instead of the 1,190. This is going in the wrong direction. As the U.S. dollar strengthens, it will affect currencies that are current foreign currencies up against the U.S. dollar. One, I wouldn't fall for this because the U.S. dollar is artificially propped at the moment. Two, as Iraq starts to get the ducks in a row, you will see the Iraqi dinar increase in value. Okay, so this right now, all this is just talking about what happened on the market. So you can see right here, it says the exchange rate of the dollar in Baghdad markets increased rapidly. It says that the news correspondent said that the Central Stock Exchange in Baghdad recorded this afternoon 132,000 Iraqi dinars against 100 US dollars. Okay, it says that the stock exchange in Baghdad this morning recorded 128,200 for every 100. So you have one exchange saying that they record 132, so 1,320 for every dollar. The other exchange said 1,282 for every US dollar. And then over here it says our correspondence indicates that the buying and selling prices have also increased at the exchange shops. So what is that? That's for every $1 you're getting $1,310. So is it going in the wrong direction? Yes, it is at the moment. Just at the moment. But this isn't the official exchange rate right now. This is just what's going on there internally. Some office owners attributed the rise of the dollar's price quickly to rumors circulating that the central bank is seeking to stabilize the dollar price at $1,300 for every dollar. So that's a fixed rate. What they're thinking is they're hearing rumors that they're going to devalue the dinar. That's what they're saying right here. Okay, so let me get to, again, this is just back and forth between Erbil and Baghdad. Let me get to something that I was talking about when I'm discussing things with my friends, what some of the concerns are. Oh, right here. Remember I told you there are certain groups like China who are feeling really emboldened at the idea of a Biden administration. So it should not be any surprise that one of those groups are ISIS. You got to remember, they were armed, funded, and trained by the United States. Yeah, ISIS was. I mean, even we had, Obama even said so. Everybody was shocked. He said, yeah, that's his group. He created them. But remember, when they first were created, they were supposed to fight supposedly uh, Syria fighters in Russia over there, but that's not the truth. That's not what happened. But you can see right here what's looking. What do we see? After clashes with grenades, Iraq announces the killing of more than 40 ISIS militants with a sweeping torrent. So, again, we're starting to see the attempt to rise back up ISIS. This goes back to the banking situation. This goes back to the stability of the country. You know what I mean? There are certain groups feeling really bold. Now, Iran has sent armed soldiers, militia members to fight ISIS as well. So very, very interesting. But the fact that they even feel bold enough to start showing their mugs again over there only shows you that again, it has to do with politics. They're feeling emboldened. They feel like they're going to be armed and funded all over again. And we're back to tearing up the Middle East. This is why there was a lot of unrest once people in the Arab countries thought that Trump was not going to be in office a second time. There was a lot of concern there. I would not be concerned if I was them. Well, I shouldn't say that. Rightfully so, they have a reason to be concerned. But again, until this man is standing there being sworn in, there's still hope that the one administration that you feel confident being in office will be there, and that's a Trump administration. But I wanted to show you because I told you, get ready. You're going to start seeing groups of people like China. You should see all the talk right now. They're literally talking about just Democrats already celebrating and bringing in Chinese companies to the different states to start bringing them in and doing business in these states. It's just unbelievable. That's the one thing that Trump was fighting against and was saying how dangerous it was that they were so involved in our country. And instead, what happened? They, at the thought of Biden coming into office, they're celebrating and openly bragging about how they helped Biden get into office and how now they're just going to start buying up the United States. So that's a big threat. If they get control of this country, then they control the world. But nonetheless, right here, you could see some skirmishes been busting out left and right. And that's only because they're feeling really emboldened. But to the credit of the Iraqi ground forces, they're doing really good at holding them back. That's what we want to continue to see. All right, you guys. So there's other than that, it's just I'm watching it. There's a lot of back and forth. Again, still trying to iron out what's going on with Erbil as well as Baghdad. That's important in order for them to move forward on the budget. Yeah, I did see where they did talk about the exchange rate changes, but that's just there on the markets. That happens every day. You see that's on the Forex. You'll see where currencies against other currencies change all day long. But when it comes to buying and selling currencies, when you go to the exchange, like if you go to like San Francisco or any international airport and you go to exchange your currencies, that rate stays consistent until something's officially done. All right, you guys. Well, that's for fixed rates, by the way. So that's it for now. Yeah, I'm still watching to see what happens on this 2021 budget. There is a ton of anticipation. Yes, I see the rumors going back and forth whether or not the dinar is going to devalue or if it's going to increase in value. I'm watching it. As soon as I hear anything really official, we'll bring that on out. But they seem to still be moving forward, trying to do what it takes to just rebuild their country. So I'm looking forward to hearing what put this budget. And it's not even a secret anymore. We all know the talk about the rate changes in there, and we eagerly anticipate what that might be. All right, so keep your head up. Stay positive. Again, I want to encourage you guys to come over to my other channel because over there I do talk about a lot of different things that I can't talk about on this channel for now. All right, so that's it for the Iraqi Dinar news. Let me know what you guys think. Hit the thumbs up button if you are a subscriber. Or if you're not a subscriber, please do so because we do help us out the channel. And I surely do appreciate it. In case you guys missed it earlier today on this channel, I hope you guys had a chance to see that what a great time I did an interview with Rice Crip. And yes, Lynette Zhang. Yes, I was pumped about that. I hope you guys go check it out, all right? All right, that's it for now. I will catch you later.